and we brought Albo all the way into the Salar with the Dakar sign right behind. Awesome.
Bolivia on the car.
You enjoying it?
I love it.
There's a few paths, but otherwise it's all up to us. Alright, let's go.
We are Nick and Mathilde, and in 2022 we left everything behind to travel the world with our Land Rover Defender.
Europe, the Americas, Australia, Asia and Africa. We want to see it all.
This is day 530 and we are in Bolivia.
Welcome to the Next Meridian expedition. All the trucks are going here, so maybe I need to go here, right? Diesel in Bolivia is super rare, unless for commercial trucks. That's why the gas stations only have, in most cases, only fuel and not diesel. So we line up with the truckers.
Refueling in Bolivia is not simple, but we will explain that later on the road. Right now, we only want one thing. It's to get out of La Paz, a city as crazy as it is fascinating. Just look at this. That's it, we spent the last 24 hours resting from Huayna Potosi, our climb up last week. And now we're saying goodbye to crazy La Paz. The city is absolutely insane, built on the mountains. It's really, really crazy. Now we're going to go to remote places in Bolivia. It's going to be beautiful. We're really looking forward to it. Let's go to the wilderness. To the wilderness, yes. And I would say more. Let's go to one of the most legendary places of Bolivia, the Salar de Uyuni or Uyuni Salt flats. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, especially because we're not out of La Paz yet, and destiny decided that it would take a bit more time than planned, as somehow our GPS led us straight through the biggest open market of South America, the Mercado of El Alto. 5 square kilometers of literally everything and anything you can think about.
Mais c'est impossible qu'il n'y ait pas d'autre route.
Il y a forcément une autre route, mais on ne sait pas laquelle. Eventually, after half an hour fighting through the crowd, we are out in front of the open horizon. And it does not take long before our first stop of the trip appears in the form of an intriguing shadow, the one and only volcano Sajama. We just read that Sajama is not any volcano, it's also the highest peak in Bolivia.
6,550 more or less.
That's cool.
It is incredible.
Yeah. Not bad of a setting for the first stop on our way to the salt flats of Uyuni. So it is surrounded by volcanoes and intrigued llamas that we looked for a place to camp, preferably with a nice view. We're leaving the Sajama National Park area. The volcano is beautiful, and now we are embarking on a 2 days off-road, gravel road trip to the Salar de Uyuni, which is probably the most famous site in Bolivia. But before losing ourselves in the middle of the desert, we need to fuel up as much as possible. And as we mentioned before, in Bolivia, refueling is complicated. Let me explain you the issue. It is complicated to get fuel in Bolivia because in Bolivia, diesel and gasoline are subsidized so that it costs almost nothing to the Bolivians. It's 3 soles something per liter. This price is only for Bolivians, so foreigners like us need to pay a non-subsidized price, which is around 9 to 10 soles per liter. And the issue is that gas station, if they want to charge this foreigner price, they need to do a lot of paperwork, and they don't want to do that. So basically, when we show up in a gas station like this one, they don't want to serve us. They say, no, our system cannot take you, or no, we don't have diesel, or something like this. So now Nick is trying to see if they're going to accept to give us some diesel. We don't mind paying the foreigner price, it's very difficult to find someone who accepts to do the paperwork. Still not quite straightforward to find fuel, but we're in line. We've waited for like 45 minutes and hopefully we'll get diesel. For now they didn't say no either because we have a foreign plate, so hopefully that will fuel up. Eventually, what often ended up happening for us is that gas station would accept to refuel us at a negotiated price under the foreigner price, but without bill. That way, they declare it like fuel sold to Bolivians and would keep the difference for themselves. We need that diesel, so that works for us. A sort of win-win situation. 200 son one. Sí, perfecto. Gracias. De nada. All fueled up, we take off to our remote tracks direction, the Salar de Uyuni. We had planned 2 days on the way there. And you know how we love taking side roads to go where we need to? Well, it is not that it was bad this time. We did cross interesting small villages and accidentally woke up vicuñas on the side of the tracks, but the rest of it, how can I describe it? Let's say it was flat, very flat, and dusty, very dusty. And to add to that, there were lama fences literally every 400 meters that we had to open and close, one after the other. On the left, nothing. On the right, nothing. Behind, nothing. Literally just us, a few lama. What can we say? Our random tracks cannot pay off every time. So we cut short our little adventure and decided to find a nice place to camp before taking some more straightforward roads to the biggest salt flats in the world. Find an amazing camp, but as usual when we do dusty roads like these ones, the first thing to do when we stop is cleaning, because look at this, dusty.
Alright, we just finished 200 kilometers of off-road tracks. We just came from this one here through some desert tracks, and we are parked right here. This is our little spot for tonight. We've got Starlink connected, which we recently got. Got our exterior table all set up, ready to cook. Tonight it's spaghetti with tuna, tomatoes, and capers. Bon appétit!
Pasta!
Nice! Good morning. Hola, Jerónimo.
¿Cómo está?
Todo bien?
Hola.
Hola. We've been this morning. Jerónimo came to say hello to us. He parked his car all the way down there and walked to us with his two little cute dogs. Tienes que ser perfectamente alineado.
Claro. ¿Te acuerdas de lo que hablamos?
¿Quieres que yo hago la video, Jerónimo? Lo hago para ti.
No.
We are putting Bolivia on the car.
And who better than Jerónimo to stick Bolivia on there? Perfect.
Wow, it's awesome.
Muchas gracias.
Ahí estás en Bolivia ahora.
Sí, exacto. Muchas gracias.
Ahora tenemos todos los países. Gracias, Jerónimo. Un placer.
Sigue adelante caminando, pues hasta viene, ¿no?
Sí. Vamos a Uyuni. The truth is that Jerónimo told us he came to see us in the first place to check if we were not stealing llamas. And we got a long discussion about his life here in the high desert. He taught us tons of the region, especially how the change in climate impacted his life, pushing his sons to leave to find work elsewhere. Nice visit from Jerónimo this morning. Such a nice guy, but I think he tells a lot about the history of this place. I was asking him if there were any threats to his llama, if there were any dingo or something like that, and there is a type of dingo here. But he said the big problem is the dryness of the land. It only rained twice during the rainy season, so that's what's killing the llamas around here. And all his sons left, so the climate plays a lot. We escape the washboards road and head on the more direct way to the Salar de Uyuni, enjoying the occasional entertainment coming out of nowhere on those remote roads. Eventually, we arrive from a more remote corner of the salt flats, where lies a small village, the last island of civilization before the wild, wild salt flats. Whew, that was a long and monotonous road for sure. We made it to the village of Salinas, which is at the north of the Salar de Uyuni, so it's much smaller than the village of Uyuni, which is the most famous one. And there is a government-owned petrol station here, and they seem to be okay with refilling our tank, which is a good news. So now Nick is refilling the tank. That's the first gas station where we don't have to discuss, don't have to negotiate. They just do it. That's cool. That's the famous government-owned gasolina. This is the police station. This is the toll booth you have to pay when you enter the city. This here is the health center. There is the school over there. This is the main square.
Just behind the gas station, we found a water tap, and it's potable.
That's amazing.
That's amazing, yeah. Refilling all the tanks.
That's it, we're all ready. Ready for the Salar de Uyuni. We just had our first glimpse on the Salar de Uyuni and reacted the same way.
Yeah.
Wow! Wow!
Whoa, we're just got into the Salar. The north entrance is right behind us, and there's 100 kilometers that way to cross. So yeah, that's quite of a lot. Definitely need sunglasses. It's so sunny. Mathilde got hers on.
Yeah, it's necessary. It's so bright.
Oh, you want to taste the salt?
No.
Come on, taste a little salt. Super salty, no?
Yeah.
And that's crazy how literally it's just pure packed salt. How excited are you on crossing the whole Salar?
So happy.
I'm super excited, except that, you know, we're gonna try and skip as many puddles as possible because salt is just gonna flick all over the car, and then cleaning salt will be horrible. But as soon as we come out of the Salar on the other side, we'll give it a good wash, maybe double wash, because salt on anything will just over time destroy it. And we need to go all around the world, huh?
Okay, so the salt flats is actually there, all of this circle here. So technically there's a few paths, but otherwise it's all up to us. All right, let's go. Enjoying it?
I love it. I don't like traffic, so for me it's perfect. Yeah.
Full speed on the Salar. How fast are you going?
Now I'm 100. Technically, I could go faster. Nick is in the ocean of white. Our mirror is completely saturated.
Now it's the time to go do the funny photos. The optical illusion ones where Albo is tiny and we're eating up Albo or sitting on Albo or stepping on Albo. The pictures are coming up now.
We're done with the pictures, and so I guess it's the moment to explain a few fun facts about the Salar. First, we call them Salar de Uyuni based on the name of a village called Uyuni on one side of the Salar, but in reality the people from here would rather call it Salar de Tunupa. Tunupa is the name of this mountain over there, and it's a sacred mountain for the people of this area. They have 3 mountains around here, considered almost like deities. And the legend said that, don't quote me on that, that's the summarized version of what I understood. Those 3 mountains were 3 giants, and 2 of them were in love. And one day, one of the giants left the other to go with the 3rd one. That left the other one very sad, and this giant was breastfeeding at the time and crying, and the mix of the tears and breastfeeding milk went pouring in the valley and created the Salar. That's the legend. And it's not called salt flats for nothing. It's so flat that apparently the difference between the highest point and the lowest point on the flats is less than a meter. And we're talking about an area of more than 10,000 square kilometers. So that is serious flatness.
Campsite set for tonight. We are in the Salar, so next to this island here, so that tonight for the sunset we can just quickly have a quick walk up. Tonight is curry for dinner. Mathilde's cooking tonight. Nice. And I'm doing the dishes obviously, but it's our first night. It's not too cold. The Salar is at 3,700 meters altitude. Driving on the salt was something I was a bit worried about, but honestly we checked out the flicking of the salt in the wheel arches and it's not that bad. Actually, let me show you real quick what I mean. You can see just a tiny white layer of salt, but when we look into here, there isn't actually much salt. We're actually pretty good. It means we can keep driving around and the cleaning will be very easy and the car won't get damaged. Yes!
Uyuni beer!
In the Uyuni Salar. Amazing.
So we are here, in the middle of the Salar, enjoying our little romantic sunset dinner, when the unexpected happened. It actually got super cold. But it's better now. Crazy story. We were eating, like, you know, romantic dinner in front of the sunset at the Salar with Nick. And then those guys, those Swiss travelers we met in Peru like a month and a half ago, just showed up. Middle of nowhere, like just for you to realize the Salar are like 10,000 square kilometers. And we had no idea they were there, and they had no idea we were here, and they showed up with another car and they were like, yay guys, what are you doing here? So then we moved around and tomorrow we'll continue together, but it's so fun. I mean it's crazy. And now we really like put the cars in a U shape so that we shelter also for the wind. I'm going to go enjoy the evening with them, and hopefully at some point, maybe next video, we introduce you to everyone. Just the magic of the Salar of Uyuni. See you tomorrow!
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down I know I might be headed for teardrops, now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't.
What's next?
Next is what will save us from finishing the trip. Cleaning elbow like crazy. Go to a car wash.
We had a lot of fun on the Salar, but I think Nick is very happy to get out of it too.
I mean, there's a million things we could say about salt and cars, so I think it's the moment to get off the Salar and get this car clean and stay away from salt.
And Nick will feel much better.
Yeah, I'm not ready to spend 6 months fixing one part after the next because they're all decomposing themselves.
Alright, bye the Salar, to the clean!
Let's go! He's gonna be on you.
On you!
I hope the salt really goes off.
Happy?
Yeah, finally.
And somehow, our lonely journey is now a convoy journey. A convoy journey heading straight to one of the most legendary roads of the Pan American trip, the Laguna Road, rallying Bolivia to Chile. A dream of a road we have been anticipating since even before setting foot on the Americas. And it seems we are not heading alone anymore. Subscribe to the channel, you do not want to miss this. And it's coming up next week. There's something else you cannot do on the Salar.
So, removing the shovel, which is used for pulling elbow out of trouble, or for when we need to go to a bathroom, number 2. So I need to do a number 2, but
but this is gonna be very tough.
And
I guess in the middle of nowhere, no privacy, no way to go to the bathroom for a number 2. So I think it is time to go to Uyuni, get the car clean and find a bathroom.
yeah, we were thinking about it. If someone needs to poop here on the Salar, there's no way.
I'm pretty sure they just do it.
You think so?
Nah.
And they just leave it here in the middle?